Well, looks like you guys are back for some more action, guys, and I must say, I'm loving this game just as much as you are. So let's jump into this next conflict. It's happening in a very, very cold place east of Greenland here, and apparently we're facing a guy named Koln. CL, I'm not sure what a CL stands for, but I guess we'll find out. Let's hope for the best. Let's just please hope it's not a submarine. Here we go, guys. And of course, I'm not going to fire if I don't know where the enemy is. So let's go ahead and just wait on the firing for now. Is that the enemy? It could be. And that is the CL Cone. It looks like maybe a light cruiser. This might be a pretty easy mission for us. Who knows? We might have just gotten lucky. But we definitely want to keep our eyes on that guy and try to start facing him. And of course, people have taught me a lot about the broadside. So don't worry. From now on, we're really going to try to use that broadside to its... as effectively as we can. Now, of course, right now we're not at the broadside. I'm still going to fire some shots because why the hell not? But we will turn our broadsides towards the enemy, and that way we can get much more effective shots. Let's try 28.8. Let's go for 29. Why the hell not? Actually, 28.9. I think that works. Here we go. This would be a very lucky hit because he's way out there. But still, I like to at least try. And we're going to do the same with this guy. Go to starboard. We can actually go ahead and at flank because at this point, we're basically just wolves chasing this guy. I really don't want to encounter any submarines. I know that once I encounter submarines, we're going to have serious problems. And of course, we will open fire with these guys as well. 23-4. Let's actually follow the instruction this time and go for 23-4. Something like that. It's more like 23-5. I actually thought that was going to hit. I really did up until it didn't. Let's go ahead and continue forward towards this guy. And we will go hard to starboard once again at flanking speed. And I'm not actually going to do anything with this destroyer. I don't know why. I just decided it's not a good idea. Alright, we'll fire with actually some high explosive shells here. And 40, that's really far out. So, and not far out in like the cool surfer sort of way, far out like impossible to hit. But we're going to try. There we go. Hey! You know what? Good try. That was a few feet off of his bow. Is that correct? The bow, the front of the ship? See, this is how little I know about ships. Here we go. Okay, total miss by him. So he's also not using his ship to its full potential. Let's continue moving forward, and we'll go a little bit to starboard just to get a tiny bit closer to him. I'm going to go at flanking speed once again. And let's see if we can get effective fire here. A nice bit of effective fire with maybe a high explosive shell. Okay, so 35.2. Once again, pretty far out there. That doesn't mean we can't try, guys. Wow, why is it red? Why is it red? It's not a good sign. Red must mean that it doesn't know where to fire, because that just was completely off target. Yeah, that was way back there. Once again, let's go to starboard. We should be able to get at least one hit. I'll be happy with just one nice little hit so that they know we mean business. 21.2. Come on, men. It's an easy German kill here. Oh! One of them definitely looked like it was going to hit. Fortunately not, but the closer we get, obviously, the more likely it is that we do hit. And actually, I'll just continue forward because we'll hit them with our with the side of our ship as opposed to the front. And this way we'll probably get more effective fire. So let's go ahead. 24.9. Come on, we can do this. It's right under 25. Let's hope that this time the logistics are actually correct, or I'm going to fire some of these engineers. Come on, guys. You guys got to get better at this job. It's actually pretty far out. I don't even think that's... Yeah, that's not an effective range, so we'll go ahead and say done. Close enough to open fire, I think. 40. Once again, the 40s. I'm not liking the 40s, but you know what? If we can get a hit at this distance, I'm going to be really impressed. Wow, very close, but unfortunately no cigar. As you can see, though, he's getting closer as well, and he's also not using his broadside, so I think it's pretty unlikely that he's going to do any damage to this fleet. We don't want to lose anybody here. That would really just be a nightmare to have to lose suddenly a ship in this fleet. I don't want to deal with it, so let's go ahead. We're going to move to starboard with this guy. Actually, sorry, what am I talking about? We want to keep moving forward. We'll move slightly to starboard just so we don't crash into this fellow, and we will open fire once again. Hopefully this time we won't have any weird issues. 31.6. Once again, it's red. Maybe it's an issue of elevation. But our elevation's already at 16.7. Well, about 16.7. There we go. That's good. Right, we'll try again, but something's up. And I don't know why this is happening. Of course, I'm still a noob at this game. So if you guys want to help, it always helps. Because at this point, we just seem to be firing like crazy with this particular ship. At least we're killing a lot of fish. Okay. Who likes fish anyway, right? I like to eat fish. 21. Come on, boys. You've been training for this. Oh, I was so close, guys. That was so close. I thought we had first blood for sure. And actually, once again, we'll just keep steaming forward. 18.9. I think just the more you play this game, the better you get at selecting your targets, at least. There's a hit. That's not bad. Did we set anything on fire? Doesn't look like we did, but you know what? It's a start. There is a little plume of smoke there, but that might just be the smokestack from the ship itself. I can't say for sure. Let's try with the AP shell. 40 once again. Let's see what happens if we go up to 40. And if we get a hit, that would be pretty awesome. All right, let's try. So we're going to go for 40 with an armor-piercing shell. Ooh! Definitely have to get a broadside, because that thing's useless. We'll move forward with this guy, and actually I'm going to move to starboard just a bit, so that we can get that broadside shot. I'm not even sure if a broadside shot is useful in a ship this small, which let's actually take a look at what kind of ship it is. It's a destroyer, I believe. Yes, it's a BW class destroyer, but we have to try. So let's go ahead. 25.6. Full vengeance. Close, but no cigar once again. He just keeps moving closer. He's really begging for a beating, and that was actually the first effective shot he took there, but it seems to pretty much have missed our guys. So both of us are having a lot of trouble here. Just imagine these naval battles, the anxiety that people must have felt. Every missed shot, a missed opportunity, it can get really, really stressful. Here we go. Once again, a broadside. Let's give him a beautiful broadside here with the high explosive shell. And let's see, 25.9. Maybe he can get to 25.9. That looks like that's doable. Okay, I actually thought he was going to fire in the right direction, but that time he didn't. He just didn't. Something's wrong with the targeting system of this ship, and we don't need... well, I should say we need to find out why, but I couldn't care less. Just want to kill this thing. 18.6. Come on, men. It's more like 18.7, 18.6. That's exactly 18.6. And there we go. That's definitely going to be a hit. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm going to go ahead and keep heading to port. And get another shot on this behemoth right here. 16.8. Again, every kill we get, guys, especially every victory we get in this campaign, is going to help towards winning, of course. If we can't get consistent victories, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And especially with all the U-boats, I'm worried. There we go. That is a beautiful hit. That thing is on fire for sure at this point. We'll move forward a little bit. Open fire again with this ship, even though should have been turning him away a little bit. But I think this will work. So 40. We're actually right on 40. Let's see if it works. Just two little solitary... yeah, they're not going to do anything. And with this guy, we're going to just keep on going. We're already facing him from the side here, so this is beautiful. And 22.7, this is a shot we should be able to make, guys. I'm feeling really confident in this battle, at least. As for other battles, that's an entirely different story. But this guy's been harassing our merchant fleets. It's time he goes down. Alright, he's on fire, but he's still moving. He's still able to fight. And if we can go home with no damage whatsoever, we don't have to repair these ships at port, that's going to be great. Did he stop smoking? That's not good. I'm going to turn to starboard again. Or actually, sorry. What am I doing? Turn to port a bit. And open fire. Give him a full salvo here of high explosive rounds. In fact, I'm going to give him armor-piercing shells. I'm not sure if this is going to do anything. I'm still learning the difference, really, between the effectiveness of each. But let's experiment a little bit. So let's give him a little armor-piercing shell, and maybe we can sink him just by putting some holes in the bottom of his ship. That's what I'm hoping. Nowhere even close. Totally defective, unfortunately. We'll do the same with this guy. He's already on armor-piercing shells, as a matter of fact. And it's going to be 17-3. Almost tricked me, because that was pretty close. That was 18-3. Oh, come on. Unbelievable. This has been the only guy that's actually gotten any good hits. So I'm going to keep using him. 15. And he's also using the armor-piercing shell. I'm slightly overshooting, so I hope this works. You know what? One hit, it's better than nothing. I want to hit this guy's ammo cache so badly. 26. Come on, this has got to work out. And this is another armor-piercing shell. We're not really using any high explosive shells. Maybe we should be. Yeah, that's totally off. And now that I know that that first ship is useless, I might just try to fire a star shell if we can. That might not even be an option. This guy can still shoot. And he does have high explosive shell. So let's try out the high explosive shell. 19.1. Should be an easy hit for him. It's more like 19.2, but... Oh! Oh, yes. Alright, so that was a hit. Pretty low, but you can see that these guys managed to put out the fire on their ship, so they're definitely in control of this vessel, but how much longer they can stay in control, I don't know. That actually looks like it may have been a hit, but it's pretty unlikely. And this guy can't seem to get a damn shot, so I'm just gonna say smoke. No, just say none. And if we can fire a star shell, we'll do that. None. He's just not doing his thing. What can I say? That's what I'm talking about, guys. Hitting the ammo cache finally. I don't think it's enough to sink her, but it's definitely going to hurt her a huge deal. And if we can just keep getting better broadsides, we can put this baby down. That's definitely going to be a high explosive shell. That guy is really resilient. These German ships, I must say, in general, are really resilient. It seems like our guys go down pretty quickly after a few hits. These guys are able to sort of repair quickly. So I must have some pretty good engineers on the ship, but it's not going to save them from certain doom. I can promise you that. $22.7. Thanks, guys. Thanks again. Totally useless. I might actually turn a little bit more to port just so that I can get closer to this guy. And actually, we're still pretty much perpendicular to him, so this works pretty well. 16.4, and we should go for the high explosive shell. We're already on it, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Not bad. 2 hits. No fires, but definitely some damage on this ship. Wow, now that was an effective shot, and oh, this is what I'm talking about, guys. The amount of damage these guys can dish out is a little bit scary. We're going to turn to starboard with this seemingly useless ship here, and we're going to try once again. Hopefully this time he's no longer special and he knows what he's doing. Armor-piercing shell, 9.5. No, it's not going to go anywhere near him. Actually, that was pretty close. So he's getting better. This always seems to happen towards the end as well. And we've got a ship on fire. That guy's in more trouble than the enemy is right now. I don't want to lose even a single ship in this battle. We have such an advantage. Oh! Why? Here we go. It's going to be an excellent broadside. 11.1. It's almost perfect. There we go, guys. That's not bad at all. I'm not sure if we're actually going to get a kill here immediately. Well, this turn, I mean. But we're doing a little better. We're getting closer and closer. $19.2. Don't ask me why I keep clicking on their ship. I just like to honestly see what happens from their perspective almost. 19.2, that's got to be 19.2. Come on. Total miss. Okay, so this is the guy that's not doing very well. He's on fire. Maybe he can get his revenge by putting a nice little hole in the enemy here. 14-4, and this would also save him from certain death if he doesn't destroy this thing. Because the guys on this ship, if this thing gets a full salvo on us, it's not going to go well. There we go. So only one of the cannons is working, but he did get a hit. Looks like the German might finally be turning away. Oh, some nice little hits there. But we have a ship that's pretty effective too. I think this is also a battleship, and not too concerned apparently. I think we are finally able to put this ship to good use. So here we go. This is going to be 9.4 elevation. It's actually already at 9.4. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Oh my goodness, that was beautiful. That had to be the ammo cache. It even looks like the control tower. There's not even a way to get up to the control tower, so the commander must be up there really panicking. But you know what how the old saying goes? You should always go down with your ship. And any commander worth his salt is going to do that. So let's go ahead and move forward. And that thing, we can see it way out there. It's a beautiful little target. Fire actually helps us spot the enemy. So why not? Let's take that into our advantage. Or let's use that as an advantage, I should say. And we might be able to even save our little ship. 9.2. Prepare to fire. Roger that, Admiral. Ship destroyed. That has to be a ship destroyed. If it isn't, everybody on that ship is panicking, and they're going to be totally useless in combat. At some point, you just have to surrender, and these guys, they really should surrender at this point, save their own lives. Here we go. $13.5. Nice little collection of shells there. Another beautiful explosion. This thing is still alive, guys. It's like the Terminator. He doesn't want to die. He just got a beautiful hit on our ship here. We're definitely going to have to take that battleship in for repairs, but this is an annoying enemy. I'm hoping another salvo from this big guy can really knock him out. But man, am I surprised at the resilience of the German Navy. You better bet we're going to watch this bastard sink when the time comes. Oh, come on. Back to this again. Back to this nonsense. So I'm actually going to turn closer to the enemy in this case. I know I'm turning away with my guns, but I don't think we really require much more to take this guy out. Another armor-piercing shell or two. Come on. Here we go. This guy's extremely close. but also on fire. And let's go for the high explosive shell. So close, 22.5. I'm actually surprised that the distance is 22.5. Hope this is going to work out pretty well, because another high explosive shell should blow this little bastard up. See what I mean? These things go crazy eventually, and this is where I must be missing out on something in the game, because that is just a pain, absolute pain in the ass. 18.5. Open fire. 2 nice hits. And we're still on a high explosive shell. Now we're going to be able to hit him in the back. I'm not sure if the same rule applies to ships as it does to tanks, that hitting them in the back is better. Probably not, but a hit is hit. So let's see if we can get at least one. There we go. Beautiful. It's almost like a wayward hit, and it actually struck something. That ship's in a lot of danger, but so is our ship here, as you can see. It's not doing very well. Come on, guys. You did it before, you can do it again. It's just 6.7. It's really simple. Actually, that was really close. Gotta give it to him. When he's right, he's right. We go 12.6. I mean, it's amazing it takes this much. And if you guys know, let me know down below. Do we need to upgrade to better armaments on our ships? Because I know there are ship upgrades where you can buy new ships. But I wonder if we can improve the existing ones, because it's taking a long time to knock these guys out. Oh, we'll get him with this guy. He's wounded. He's more than happy to take out the guy that caused him these grievous wounds. Put her down, I say. 6.4, high explosive shells. Just how I like it. Oh, I'm amazed that that wasn't close enough. And I am turning straight to port. You bet I am. Because this guy's getting farther and farther away. That makes my job a little harder. Nice. Once again, another hit. Eventually, this guy's not going to be able to take continuous hits, even from these weak ships. Like, at this point, I'm amazed he's not exploded already. He might just explode as he's traveling. That happens all the time. Because right now, it seems like everything on that ship is on fire. The engine room, the gun case, etc., the ammo cache, I should say. As you can see, he's definitely turning away and still getting some really effective shots. Luckily, he missed there, but I'm not liking that at all. Keep moving. Come on. Don't tell me they put that fire out again. How dare they? Move to a high explosive shell. 7.2. It's pretty close. Oh! Another hit, but not the hit we're looking for. This guy's got to be able to finish him off. I mean, at this range, high explosive shell, 7.0. Got to get him. So we're going to try to finish him off here. Man, guess we have to overshoot a little bit. At this point, we're just going full steam ahead towards the enemy. We're not using our most effective guns at all because we're not turning to our broadsides, but it's all about just trying to get as many hits on this guy as possible. Go high explosive shell, 12.3. Nice! Little hit on the conning tower. Nice miss. He got one little tiny hit, but it's not going to affect us. And this time I might try to overshoot a little bit, because last time we shot exactly where it told us to, and it did not strike. So it's 6.5. I'm going to do like 6.6. Oh, come on. Game hates me right now. $11.4. This is definitely a game that takes a long time. And there we go, another explosion. That thing still didn't sink. This crazy bastard of a ship. I'm just amazed at that. 6.3. Gotta save. If any of the sailors come off the ship, I'm absolutely gonna save them. Make them our prisoners, because they are brave men. Brave mena. I believe that's the term, right? Here we go. Yes! Yes! That's what I'm talking about. I keep setting this guy on fire, but he keeps putting the fire out. Two perfect hits. That was a huge explosion. I mean, how many explosions have you guys seen? Can you guys count this? It's got to be at least 5 so far. The fact that this guy's not down is an absolute miracle. 11-3. Here we go. Boom! Another explosion as he moves. And this is what I mean about him possibly being blown up just as he's moving around. It's definitely a possibility. And this time I'm definitely overshooting. So we're going to try again. At this point it's telling us to shoot at 5.8. We're shooting at 6. It's that simple. 6. And watch it overshoot like a dick. Nope. Yes, it did. Told you. I told you. We were right there. We were right there and the game doesn't care. Oh well. It's just torturing us right now. 10-6. Yeah, about there. Here we go, guys. Finally, the Koln is sinking. That took forever, guys, but it's a victory for us. I'm going to watch this bastard sink because I hate this thing so much. I have to make sure that it goes down and I never have to see it again. So it looks like that's the end for the Koln. Everything's on fire. I want to see how quickly this thing sinks. It might take a little while. We can get an underwater view, of course. Oh, no, we can't. You know why? Because Agrippa's a dick, and he did not put the underwater view on for this particular video. I will put it on for the next one, though. But as you can see, this guy's going down, and going down pretty fast. A lot of burning fuel all over this place. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think any sailors could come out alive from this? I'm not sure. He seems to be going down just like the Titanic. Top first, and at very, very quick speed. As you can see, the front of his ship has a huge hole in it. I'm sure that's a pretty easy way to allow a ton of water to enter the ship. Down to Davy Jones' locker you go, I say. Alright guys, not a bad battle. Don't forget to comment down below on what you think so far of the series. I think we could say goodbye to our enemy here. He is gone for good and will not be returning. And that'll teach him to go into our waters and attack our merchant fleets. That's just unacceptable. Let's go ahead and say done. And that was 7,700. And of course, we use these points to purchase new ships. So we really need to do well here. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe down below. And don't forget to thank Fex for making these awesome thumbnails. Take care. Have an awesome day.